You're probably sick of my voice. I'm sick of my voice.
All right, what is going on, guys? Today we are back with another just absolutely fire skeleton key video on the channel, and also another TikTok video. And this isn't like a normal TikTok video, okay? This is like we got full on TikTok lore going on now. So I was scrolling through my TikTok, like I do when I find the topics for these videos. It's actually really weird. Like when I try and look specifically for topics to make a video on, I can never find any. But if I'm just scrolling through, I find them all the time, and I'm just like, oh, this one's like crazy. This one's crazy. It's always when I'm not looking for them, but whatever. We found one. So I ran into on TikTok on my For You page the voice of the text to speech girl. And now I know that 99% of you guys know exactly the voice when I say the TikTok text to speech girl. Like you can hear it haunting you in the back of your mind because it has always just absolutely haunted me, this voice. From literally the day I heard it until I finally got closure on this, I've just been haunted by this voice. Now you may be saying, why? It's not that bad of a voice. It is. It really is. Also, I have dissed this voice heavily. I'm pretty sure I've done it in videos, but if I haven't done it in videos, I've done it in my personal life with friends all the time. To me, this voice, every time I hear it, sounds like a creepy nurse. I constantly refer to this voice as the creepy. I can't even speak. I mean, why am I talking about somebody's voice when I can't even talk? But no, I always refer to this voice every time I hear it as the creepy nurse voice, because literally I don't know why, dude. It's just the tones and the pitch of the voice and stuff. It's just today I was doing this, and it sounds like when you're a little kid at the doctor's, or you're talking with a nurse or something, and they're always like, oh, good job, you did such a good job. I don't know why, but they just have always correlated as one. However, I'm not going to keep you guys in the dark for too long. Let's go ahead and just reveal the face of the TikTok text to speech girl to all of you guys. So here is the first TikTok where she goes ahead and you'll see, right? I don't want to spoil it. You'll see.
When you guys have been asking me if I'm the voice on TikTok. Finally, I can tell you guys, it is me.
So now, if you're like me, you watch that and you're probably thinking, nah, this is all cap. This is straight cap. She sounds nothing like that. And I thought that too. I was like, this can't be real. This is a joke. She doesn't sound anything. She sounds nothing like the text to speech voice. Yes, I am kind of getting those annoying, overbearing, creepy nurse tones. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not getting them, as heavily. I'm not dying from this voice, as I do when I hear the TikTok text to speech voice, which I've heard way too many times because I've made way too many of these videos and shit. So I'm I'm an expert on the voice and I'm not hearing it. My ears aren't picking up on this today. So it's not looking like it, right? But there's more proof, don't worry. So it's okay to be skeptical at this point in the video because trust me, I was too, but take a look at this one.
She's back. Hang in there for those who think I'm lying. I've got something for you coming up. Number one, just to answer a few frequently asked questions, my initial TikTok video where I told you I was the text-to-speech girl, yeah, I was referring to my listeners that have been asking. I am a radio girl in Canada, and I have radio shows here. I do voiceover work, and I have a podcast. So that's what that was about. Number two, no, I'm not lying. And doing what I do for a living, to lie about something like this would be pretty silly. Number three, this is what you've been asking for the most. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Yes, I'm the TikTok text-to-speech girl. My name is Kat. I work with TikTok on TTS and other projects. I love working with TikToks. I love seeing your TikToks. Sometimes you guys make me say some pretty horrendous things. It's pretty messed up. But I kind of think it's funny. I don't mind it at all. You're probably sick of my voice. I'm sick of my voice. I don't know if that'll work, but there you go.
So there it is, boys. There it is. You know what are we going to say now? Because I heard this and I'm watching this TikTok, right? She says she's Canadian and I'm like, "Oh no, dude, not a Canadian, dude." I'm like, "Oh my God, bro. The Canadians. She's Canadian, bro. She's like Drake. Oh no." Yeah, no, I was like, "Oh man, like no wonder." I was like, "No wonder the voice is so annoying to me." Like I understand now. I know where all of it has come from. But yeah, no, turns out that she's actually kind of chill. She's kind of chill. I kind of like her. I can't lie. Once she started doing the voice and she started speaking, and then I was like, "Oh man, dude, I was wrong." I was like, "This actually is the TikTok text to speech girl." Like, how could I have even thought that it wasn't? Right when she started talking, it hit me, and I was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "There it is, there it is." It's attacking. Like I was like, I can't get away from it. And then I started listening in. I came back to my senses after getting just smacked in the face with that. That incredibly just wild voice that I will never stop haunting me. But it's getting better now that I at least can put a face behind it. And then, she goes on and she actually makes kind of like a funny joke. She's like, "You guys have made me say some pretty horrendous things." And I was like, that's kind of funny because honestly, I was thinking the same thing throughout this whole experience. I was like, man, like that's got to be really weird to be like a text to speech voice and just be, scrolling through TikTok or something and just hear yourself say some wild things. Like, I mean, that would be really weird. And then she was like, "Oh, I actually find it funny though," which I was kind of like, okay, a little strange, but I guess that's one way to cope with it. Then she was like, "Oh yeah, I bet you are sick of my voice. I am sick of my voice." And that one just got me. I was like, man, we're on the same team. I was like, maybe me and Canadians can be friends, Like all of a sudden we just joined the same team in being really sick of her voice, dude. And honestly, I think the difference here though is that she's probably gotten sick of hearing her voice over time. I got sick of hearing her voice literally the first time I heard it. I still I can't explain why really like in full. I've tried, but I don't really think anything will like get across the how uncomfortable this voice makes me feel. Like I don't know why. It's so weird. It is so weird to me. I don't know why I have such a problem with it. And I've seen a couple other people who have this big of a problem with it, but me personally, like I don't know. And it's hard to explain. It really is. But I hope you guys could kind of get like at least a little bit of a taste of what I mean. But there is still one more TikTok from her, so we will go ahead and check that out right now before I obviously go ahead and end the video. I know it's kind of sad, but it's okay. We'll watch this last TikTok. Hopefully it'll brighten our mood a little bit.
Okay, let's talk about it.
The way I say law.
So what I thought might be somewhat satisfying for all of us is if I just went back and read some of your old captions and just gave them a little fix, if I may. "This is so funny. LOL. My mom walked in on me dancing. LOL. That time I pranked my boyfriend. LOL. LOL. This video is crazy. Watch the video to the very end. LOL." Okay, I think I feel a bit better.
All right, so this was kind of jokes, can't lie. Also, how do you guys like speak out LOL? Or like how do you read it or something? Because honestly, I have an internal I have like an existential crisis every time somebody texts it to me, or like every time I want to text it to somebody else, because I'm like, how do you say this? Like, part of me wants to say lol, because I think that that's like what I probably said, back when it was coming out in like elementary school or some shit, when like people started using it heavy and shit on social media and stuff, which I guess was really just when social media was popping off in general. But yeah, no, so I was like, people would say lol because it was a bunch of little kids, and what did we really know, right? We were definitely not like the cool crew yet, not setting any trends or anything, too busy like picking our noses and playing with goddamn those brick things that you connected together, those little cube things that you connected together. I'll put a picture up because there's no way like anybody's gonna understand what I'm talking about unless I put the picture up. But yeah, no, so like I started saying lol, and then I kind of moved on to like lol because I was like, oh, like maybe it's that. But then I kind of realized like that sounds really weird, and I don't like that at all. And then I was kind of doing like LOL, but it's still like an existential crisis for me every time I see that, because I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, how are you supposed to read it? So let me know how you guys read that. But yeah, no. The funniest thing in this last TikTok is just like if you watch it over and just stare, like if you just make like eye contact with her right in the video, or like if you just look her like dead in the face, the amount of like sadness I feel that you could see behind those eyes is like, I don't know. I just feel like she's about to say like something crazy, like I'm gonna come attack you, or like something like that. I really feel like she's about to say something like that. I don't know why. It just, maybe it's the voice, maybe it's my beef with the voice. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. Maybe some of you guys out there will have just as much of an issue with this voice as I do, and this video will work as like some kind of closure, because it has for me. It's at least humanized the voice a little bit. And at least I could put a face behind it, and like I know that the person speaking it is a pretty all right person. So like that's nice, right? That's nice to know. It makes it not as bad as it was for all these years. But yeah, so I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you leave a like, as well as hit that subscribe button. Not only do both those things really help me out in the algorithm, but I just personally really appreciate them. And everybody who's subscribed to me, I appreciate you. And yeah, if you like the video too, in this time span of me talking, I appreciate you. You're a real one. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. As always, have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.